Alright, welcome to this next part. We're designing the chat page, which is this page. So let's just get straight into it. Control L. For that, it has its own toolbar, so let's make that. Click new, this, and then we're going to say chat toolbar. Make that black right there. That should be true. Oh no, it says chat room. There we go, perfect. So we can close this, and then we can now get this guy. So we can now call a linear layout to width match parent, and close this in. Enter. Forgot to set the orientation. So orientation would be vertical, and in here we can include our layout. So layout would be the chat toolbar. Enter that. So end ID would now be toolbar, like so. Whoops. Height. Match parent. And then we have this, so we can now add our nested scroll view, match, which we will now have our recycler view, match, and then this ID would be chat room, like so. So this is technically all we need. Maybe some spacing between all of this, so a padding, recycler view, or just give this a padding start of 10 dp, and also a padding end of about 10 dp, just to give it that little bit of space. And then this would have its own space from the top, so margin top would be about 20 dp. So it's from the very top, it has some, no, let's not do that, that's pretty bad. Can we add a margin after the toolbar? Not possible. Okay, well, there's always a way. So I can just make a view, and then this would be match parent. Height can be about 30 dp, and that's about it. So it would give us that little space that we need, and we're done. Now we need to design these cards. So I'm going to the layout, new, and then I'll call this chat cards, and then we're going to come back here, Control L. This is a linear layout vertical, which is great. Oh no, actually we need it to be horizontal, and then we now do the same card view trick to get the image circular. So the width would be about 60 dp, and this would be about 60 dp, and the card corner radius would be 30 dp, just for that circle, as you can see, like so. Enter, and then we will now have an image view, match, background. I would just give this a gray, so we can have ourselves a gray circle. And then after that, we would now have the text view. Text view, wrap content. This text would be author's name, and then the text color would be the primary color, and then the text size would be about 20 dp, and the text style would be bold, like so. So we have something like this. Let's give it some space. So margin start about 20 dp, yep. And then we're going to gravity to be center vertical, just to put that down. Whoops. Height needs to wrap content. There we go. So it's that size, and now we can add a padding. around the entire thing to be about 10 dp, just to give it some spacing. So we have this card. We're not adding the bottom because I just feel like that's not really that necessary right now. So we have this circle, we have that over there. So all we have to do in this chat fragment is to create the adapter for this chat and then allow it to click into the other page. So let's select this. Okay, so we need to design this page first, and then we now work on the functions to allow this recycler view to get these views, and then when we click on it, it would take us over to this page. So we have to design this page right now. So we need another toolbar. So layout resource file, I'll just say authors toolbar. This is not the ideal way to do this, but for this demonstration it should do, because you want as little files as you can to make your application size a little smaller. So for this is not best practice. So linear layout, what was it gonna be? Oh yeah, toolbar. So 100x height would wrap content. Control Alt L, organize that, and give it the background of the primary color, just like that. And then in the chat toolbar, we're just gonna get just that, and we're going to pass that in, and then we're going to say author's name, like so, and the text color would be white, which is perfect. So now we need to design the next activity. So new Java, nope, not the Java class, new activity, empty activity, and this is going to be called author details activity. Then we're gonna start that. All right, that's done loading. Let's go into our auto details page, author details page, and then we're coming to a linear layout, like so. And set the background to be, no, there's no reason for that right now. Yeah, so we can see that this page is very similar to the regular profile page. So we can go into our fragment profile right here. This page is very similar. Copy this, going to author details, Control A, and then paste that in. Remember to change the context to be activities to an author detail activity, like so. Change the toolbar to be the author toolbar, so it's blue, and then give this background the primary, so it remains blue, like so. And we'll just say this is a linear layout, like that. And we have something like this. Okay, this is not ideal. So let's go into our edit profile activity edit profile. Alright, this is a lot more, this makes a lot more sense for what it would look like. It's a linear layout would include an. Alright, so we need to get rid of this relative layout. This whole thing has to go. This whole thing has to go. So we can now add orientation, vertical, line it up, perfect. So we have this, we have that, and we can now add the background to this to be the curve, and then this guy would now also have a background of the primary color, just to give it that extra curve. Then we can have something like that. So all we need to do is take this button and put it up instead of down, and then write their author. So select this as our username. We will say author name and author, user type, obviously. Then this button goes up, so select this button, cut that out. Then before this one, we paste the button. Margin bottom, it's a little bit too much, so to 20, perfect. And this would say chat, like so. And then we're going to say drawable left, and now we need to put the chat icon, so we can come to drawable, right click, new vector asset. This is our chat icon. It's called oh wait, no, cancel this. We can just say chat icon, like so. Nope, that's not. That's pretty bad. Alright, so we need to click new vector asset, select this. It should pop up. There we go. Let's find something that looks a little bit better for message. Sending message. So send. There we go. This. Select OK. Change the color to be completely white. Choose, and then send icon like so. And then finish that, and double left to say send. Whoops. Send icon like that, and then drawable padding should be 20 dp like so. Let's say the width would wrap content, and then we can give the button a padding start 20 dp, push that in, and then a padding end 20 dp to push that out. So we have this chat, we have the author name, it's looking like it should, which is just perfect. And we need some space above that to push that down a little bit, so we can just add a view just like we have here for this. So we can add that afterwards right there, and we can just tab that in. Right, let's select all this and tab that in over there, push this out back, tab it in, and height would wrap content, oh whoops, 5 dp. There would be no background. Let's just have it like that. So we have this space right here. We have gravity center, there's no reason for this. Margin 30 just gives us that little bit of space. We can make it 20. Then set the width to match parent, and its height to 1 dp, just like so. So we can have a little bit of this space. We have this, and then we have all of this in there. So we can scroll all this information, but nothing up top like that. So it's kind of looking alright. Maybe 20 is too much. Let's make it 10. Yep, looks a lot better. So now what we have to do is set up the click functionality. So when we click on an item here, it goes into that. So we need an adapter for this. So we're going to our adapters, and we would right click, new Java class, and this would be our chat adapter, and this extends a recycler view dot adapter, and we say okay. Right, so right now we need a view holder, so we would create that public static class chat view holder extends, and then recycler view dot view holder like so, and I'll enter, whoops, I'll insert constructor, and we have that constructor, and then we can just pass in our chat view holder like so. And then we need to override a couple functions, so we'll come down here, Control O, we need to get item count, unbind, uncreate, and click OK. And now we need to set our private list of chat, so chat, and then we'll call this chats, and then private context. Oh no, we don't need this. So we need this list of chats. We need to create the model for chat, so right click, new Java class chat, and we can just leave it empty, just import that class in here, Alt enter, we import the class, and we have this. So now we can create a constructor that takes the list of chat to set it up. And now get item count can't be 0, so we can say chats dot size, and then on create view holder, this is where we go layout inflator equal to layout inflator dot from parent dot get context like so, and then view will be equal to inflator dot inflate our dot layout, the layout we just made. So it's the chat cards, we want to put it into its parent, and then we want to say no, don't attach to root. So we now create a chat view holder is equal to new chat view holder, which takes in this view, and then we just return that view holder right there. So this is pretty much all we need right now for this. So we can go into our chat fragments right here, and then we can set everything up as it should look. So what do we need? We need to set up the void init view. Since this is a fragment, we need to pass that in, and we get that view from here. So view is equal to this. Just select all of this, cut that, paste that there. Whoops. Inflator, and then we send view. It's like that. And then we need to create our reference to the recycler view, chats view, like so. And then we say chats view is equal to view dot find by r.id dot chat room. I wonder if that's what it's called. Let's see. This ID, yep, that's chat room. That's what that's called. Close that, and then we create a chat adapter, which is equal to new chat adapter, and then we need to pass a list of chat, so we can create that over here. So list of chats is equal to new array list, and then we can just say chats dot add new chat as many times as we want. So I'll just make 4, and then I'll pass that in here, say chats, and then I'll call this in here. So initialize this view. So this should work. Let's test it out. Right, so the virtual machine is running now. Let's see. So when I click on chats, I see nothing. That's because I didn't set this chats view to get, you know, these adapters. So I set that right now. So chats view dot set adapter would now be equal to that adapter. I forgot that part out, so it should work now. Alright, that's loaded up. So we should have something like this when we open our application. It's the home page. We click this, it would show us the author. So this is our card view, the image of the author, and then the author's name, something like this. Now we want to add a functionality, so when you click on a certain author, it would take you to the other page which we designed. And to do that, we have to go back to the adapter. So inside of our chat adapter, we need to create a public interface, and this would be on item click listener, and then this would have a void on click function that takes in an integer position, like so. Whoops, this is not supposed to be there. There we go. And then we now make a private on item click listener on item click, and then we set up our public void set on item click listener that takes in an on item click listener, and then it sets ours. So this dot on item click listener would be equal to on item click listener, like so. There we go. And then inside of our view holder, we now have to set up the on item click listener. So here we have to pass it in, and to do that we have to go final on item click listener on item click listener, like so. And then we go with a little snippet of code that I never remember, so I had it written down somewhere here. Let's just copy that and paste it something like this. Change this to on item click, and then we're good to go. Lambda expression, okay, I can't use a lambda, so I'll enter, replace lambda with anonymous class. We have something like so. So it's just, we're overriding this on item click function right here. We're going to override it when we call it. Whoops, taking its time. This is because my emulator is still running. And it's done bugging out. Alright, so this should handle our clicks. So it should be fine. What's wrong? Why do I have a red? Alright, I have to pass in. Yep, on item click. So when we go back to our chat fragments, we can now say the adapter dot set on item click listener, new on item click listener, like so. You can enter there, enter here, kind of give it some spacing, and now we can open the author's profile. So then we just start activity, new intent, and then we can say what dot set class this, so chat fragment dot this, and then we want to open up author detail activity dot class, like so. Wrong first argument. Oh, whoops, this is a fragment, so we need to get context, and that should do it. So let's go to our author details fragment. Let's close all these adapters, author details activity, and we need to set up our toolbar. So private toolbar, that's just the wrong toolbar, there we go. Private void init, and then toolbar is equal to find by id dot toolbar dot set title to be nothing, and then set support action bar to be toolbar, and then get support, get support action bar dot set display as home enabled true. And just like before, we just have to go Control O on options item selected, and then we go if item dot get item ID is equal to android dot r dot id dot home, then we want to override the super dot on, we want to call this function, not overriding it. This should do it, so let's try it. Alright, it's running now, so we can, when we come from home, we select our chat, we can select any of the authors. It would now open up this page. We would see their profile picture, their name, they would have author, and a little bit of their bio. Then we can go into chat, or we can select back, we can come back here, like back again, we can go back to this page. So all that's left for us to do now, since we have the home, the chat, and the profile done, we just need to set up the search page. So that will be in the next video. See ya.